Welcome back to the show. My sincerest apologies for the recent slew of crashes. Nothing I can do on my end right now, but hopefully it stops, subsides or stops. So here's the issue. Like even when I switched my Wi-Fi, when we cut out my Wi-Fi and everything, by that
Yeah.
point, when I got onto government websites such as like Congress.gov, which is how I was looking up all like the current laws and everything pertaining to everything I was trying to sue companies over, those laws were completely changed and altered. Like they were nothing of the same of what I had found on my Wi-Fi connection once I was on my 3G, 4G LTE data. Like it was completely different servers. Like the laws were completely different.
You know what?
What's up?
If you can, you should learn how to hack, but then that might cause a little bit more stuff.
Well,
But you could.
I
Do you
dealt with
usually
that
go to
issue too.
yeah,
I dealt with that
yeah,
issue. Not to be rude and cut you off. Sorry, but I mean I dealt with that issue
all
too.
good.
Learning how to code just as, but I was learning to code to do preventative maintenance, more or less how to prevent them getting into any of my lines and getting into any of my software and everything. But at that point, just them having my, or just whatever person has my password could compromise my whole system. But even then, I got the government involved. I contacted the Department of Defense, and now they use my software for their U.S. Marshal Stingray operation. Um, they even started a hacking competition here in the U.S. for the Department of Defense, where they contacted a bunch of people, where they contacted basically anyone in the hacking community and in the coding community to try and hack the Department of Defense for a job. And it was like a pretty good high paying job within the Department of Defense. But I mean, like they legitimately did all this stuff just not in retaliation, but with the knowledge that they knew that I was trying to make it out. But that coding isn't that readily available. Like best way I could put it is you know how there's languages and then dialects in languages.
Yeah.
Um, Coding. Whenever I get coding like C++ coding, sometimes it's just the dialect of the C++ language, almost like a C sharp or a C coding, because there's
So
C++,
basically,
C, and C sharp.
you're isolated, or
Isolated.
you can't really escape. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
isolated.
Yeah, I'm completely isolated, segregated from everyone. It's like impossible for me to escape. That's why I started doing the whole streaming thing, hoping to get my voice heard and everything, but I got plagiarized a lot. Um, they even like one thing that I was trying to do to like completely just throw them out and just like not even deal with it was I was in the process of creating my own ISP called Infinity ISP, and then I was going to strictly regulate it for, or not regulate it, but completely advertise to gamers, and I was going to make
Wait,
it.
hang on. This guy, he's getting plagiarized, and he was that close to going to the top, but then one of his mates backstabbed him and done everything um took all the stuff and all the things he could have, cause there was the guy who helped him code everything and all that. So he just stabbed him right in the back and
He was
took
supposed to be
the
coding
stuff.
for me.